Debbie and Doug, welcome to the program.
Hi, Dr. Laura. Hi,
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
You're welcome. Hi, Doug.
Hi.
How long have you... I'm assuming you're married, and if so, how long?
We are 16 years.
Is this a first marriage for both of you?
Yes. Yes.
And do you have any kidlets of any age?
We do. 12, almost 13-year-old.
Ah, okay. So Doug, how can I help?
I'm just here because my wife wanted to call in. Today's her birthday, and this is what she wanted. So I come home early from work so she could call in.
He did.
So
He did
what
do
did
that
she
for me.
tell you she wanted to call in about?
To see if you could fix me. She says I have a bunch of problems.
Do you have a bunch of problems?
According to my wife, I do.
So
She can better explain
you don't
it
think
to
so?
you. Oh, no, I'm
Well,
not
what do
saying
you...
I'm perfect, but I'm
Well,
not
we don't
perfect
talk
by
about
any
perfect
stretch.
here, but she thinks you have problems. Do you know what she thinks some of them are? Could you tell me?
She doesn't think I care, or I'm not compassionate. She doesn't always accept the answers I give her.
Give me an example of an answer she hasn't accepted.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
She's told you she doesn't think you care about her?
She thinks I don't have any emotions. Like I don't really care about anything.
You mean she thinks you're depressed?
Most likely. I mean, I do see a therapist personally for depression.
Ah, so she's accurately noticing that you're depressed. Has the therapy helped you with the depression? Are you also on medication?
I was on medication, but nothing seemed to do anything, so they decided to take me back off it.
And has the therapy helped you understand the source of your sadness?
Some stuff.
Would you be
what I
willing
understand
to share? Yeah.
What I understand when he says things, it's more. I don't know what I want in life. I'm going through life trying to, sort of make other people happy and just go along with it.
And did the therapist show you how that started when you were a kid?
Not really.
How did the therapist how did the therapist help you understand where that notion of just trying to make everybody happy came from?
We don't know. We think it's because I worked a lot in 2018 and just got burned out.
Has there been something when you were a kid you thought you'd like to do as an adult that you haven't done?
Not really.
Well, when you were a kid, did you want to be a fireman?
No.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I guess a farmer?
And are you a farmer?
No.
Because?
I just don't feel like doing it.
Oh, you no longer feel like it would be cool to be a farmer?
I just can't find the interest in it anymore.
Well, when you're depressed, we don't find interest in anything. So I'm really not asking about your interest level because we already know that's kind of squashed by the depression. But so I'm asking you a different question. Not do you feel like being a farmer, but abstractly, do you think it would be something you'd be good at?
I think so. If circumstances were different.
Mm-hmm. What circumstances would have to be different?
My wife would have to get along with my parents.
Tell me more about that. I'm not sure I understand that.
Oh, she just doesn't see eye to eye with my parents. She doesn't agree with the kind of people they are.
So if she understood your parents, then you could be a farmer?
I would probably be more engaged in the activities on the family farm, yes.
Oh, it's a family farm.
Yes.
I see. Fascinating. Okay, let me just talk to Debbie for a little bit. Thank you for being so open. I appreciate it. So, Debbie,
No problem.
Yes.
sounds like there's a spark of some interest in working for the family farm, but you're having a lot of trouble with that idea. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. I knew that when we were dating. Yes, he enjoyed it. I knew he enjoyed being on the farm, and I enjoyed that too. I mean, I looked at him as, farmer, hardworking guy, good person, which he was. And as time went on, his parents, the way they started out with me did not treating me the way it was at first.
So right now, how would they be treating you? If he was working on the farm, what would you have to be dealing with that you don't care for a lot?
Just his mother, talking, just things she says. She can be a not very nice person. And I just
what could she say that would be so terrible that would preclude him working on the farm? I'm sort of asking, what is it you think you'd... Mm-hmm.
I tell him to go over there. I do not keep him from having a relationship with his parents. I tell him all the time, if you want to go over and do that, fine. I'm not holding him back from going and doing something he enjoys and used to enjoy. He just thinks I think he thinks he wants me to go with him all the time, and I so choose not to. I mean, I have in the past, but if I just do not want to go for my own reasons, and it comes down to I don't like the way she acts or treats me sometimes. I feel like I shouldn't have to go with you if I don't want to go, but I'm not holding you back from going.
Well, in his mind, yes, you are. He doesn't want to choose between you.
Right. I mean, that's a huge, I know that.
So again, I'm asking... Well, let me ask Doug, if you're doing the physical work on the farm, why does Debbie have to be there while you're working? Are you wanting her to work by your side?
She could, if definitely there's times that, there's stuff for her and my daughter to do, but also there's, not times, but mainly just, when I go over there, my parents are always, asking how my daughter is and how's Debbie, what's she up to, and this and that. And when they don't go, like, why don't they come around? Why don't they want to come over? It just puts me in the middle.
I see that. I see that quite clearly. So have you noticed that your mom could be treating Debbie nicer? Have you noticed that?
I don't think she's treating her badly. It's just not what Debbie wants to hear. Debbie's a real black and white kind of person, and just when one little thing is said that Debbie doesn't agree with, she just doesn't want to. It's not like it's bad stuff. It's just stuff that Debbie just dislikes.
So, Debbie, what's your reaction to hearing that?
My reaction is he hasn't heard everything I've heard come out of her mouth.
Well, can you give him a few small examples? Short ones?
Sure. So, I've gone.
No. Just give an example. Here's example number 1. Here's an example number 2. Yeah. Don't talk around it. Just give him the examples.
Like the last example, the big one that kind of broke the camel's back was...
No, I don't want to hear all that fluff on the side. Just give him the example, please.
Example of what she said to me. She called me up when his grandmother passed away, and it was over the life insurance policy that he got, the money he got. And she yelled at me. Yelled. Why are you opening his mail? You do not open his mail. You do not need to know how much money he got, and I bet you wish it was more.
Okay. So, Doug, were you aware of that particular example?
No.
But what do you think hearing that one?
I don't know. I guess I had to. I really don't know what to say. I mean, if she was upset, she was upset. I can't even really recall everything that went on then.
Yeah,
I don't quite remember. For everybody. I don't think it as being a major deal, so I don't even recall it really.
When you were growing up, did your mother sort of act like this, sort of usually?
I mean, she was I would think I think normal. When I did good, she was fine. When I did wrong, I mean, No,
that's not what I was asking. That's her parenting. I appreciate that. I was just thinking, saying unkind things to your dad, to you, to your siblings, to a neighbor. Did you notice that? Yeah, she would do that.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well then let me just offer that you're kind of used to it, and you're her son, and you love her, and you want to let certain things go because you're her son and you love her. I think, though, you have to appreciate, because I think you dismiss, to a certain extent, Debbie's reaction, that she's black and white and maybe overreacts to things. No, she's reacting reasonably to things that your mother has always behaved like, but you're her son and you love her and you pass on things. And Debbie doesn't wish to pass on it.
Okay.
So I think that even though you feel in the middle, that might be a reasonable place to be. That when you go over there and your mother asks, why doesn't she come by? You can say, well, she's more sensitive than I am to some of the stuff you say, Mom. I love you, but sometimes you can be a little tough, Mom. I love you, but yeah, you can. And she's more sensitive to that than I am because I'm your son and I'm used to it and I love you. So this way you would not be in the middle. You would act like the man, the son of one woman and the husband of another, without being mean to either one. And then I think you should work on the farm, and you can always gently, like I gave an example, when your mother asks, be gentle. And I think it's a good compromise that you get to do your dream, frankly, and she gets to dodge some of the stuff you grew up with. So I urge you, Doug, to think about that. You're not going to solve the two women things. You just have to not think of yourself in the middle. Just as a husband to one, a son to other, and a farmer to all.